You want to know a funny thing for me? Each time I publish the morning run video on my channel, a very short number of people watch this kind of video because I'm not famous and I don't want to be famous. I just want to be rich. And I'm not able to grow an audience and stuff like that. And everything that I say in these videos can be said in a podcast. Yes, I'm a podcaster here in Italy. I cannot do the same in English because. But each time I publish a video of mine, someone discovers me and then buy a lot of my apps, some of my bundles. I try to push the bundle stuff because I earn more money on bundles and you can have more apps with a very discounted price. If you buy the Power bundle, you can have something like 160 euros of apps for a discounted price of something like 70 euros. So a very, 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 very super discounted price. And so I say to myself, you have to publish a video and say something about everything so someone can discover you and then buy something from you. And today I want to talk about two of my apps, Bitmark 2 and Bitmark Pro, because they are the most successful apps I ever sold, more successful than Transcriber. I earn more money from Transcriber because after all the cuts, if you pay something like $59 for the app, I gain something like 30 euros, but that's okay for me. If you buy Bitmark 2, you pay something like 70 euros and 50 cents. And if you buy Bitmark Pro, it's 25 euros, but so more money for me. So less money for each purchase, but more purchases. I introduced Bitmark 2 something like 2020. That was very, very good year because Bitmark 2 was a very, very, very strong success in relationship with the size of my business. 2 years later, I launched Bitmark Pro. and it was an app 10 times stronger, 10 times larger, 10 times more complex and difficult to use. I know that. And today I want to talk about these two apps because I think they are very, very good. But who am I? I'm Alex Raccuglia, and this is The Morning Rant, the show in which I talk about my life as a TV commercial director and a software developer while I telecommute from my home to the office. Everything started something like 12 years ago with Bitmark. I do a lot of videos, commercial videos, and I do a lot of cuts on music. I love and I needed to cut the clips on music beats. So I developed a lot of times ago a very prototypal version of Bitmark. You drag an audio file, and then the app will find the beats of the music and then apply markers on these beats and then send the markers to Final Cut Pro. Quite easy. You have the timeline with the markers, and then you can just have to drag the clips to the basic editing, okay? Bitmark X, the first version of this app, went out something like 7, 8 years ago, and it was a great success, but I priced it very low because I was ashamed of my skills as a developer. At launch it costed something like $4, and then I raised the price up to €5. I changed the currency from dollars to euros because, you know what, exchange rates are very, 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 very painful for us outside the US. And then I've developed Bitmark 2 to do the same, but with a better interface, more options. And one cool thing is the ability to count the beats. And so you can select the first beat and you say that the song is in 4/4 or 3/4, and then you can have highlighted the main beat, beginning of the measure. It was a very, very big success. And then after 1 year, I started developing the new version of Bitmark because I wanted to change the algorithm, because I used an algorithm that wasn't 100% performant, and I used another library, and I wanted to develop my own library. And so I said to myself, let's use the artificial intelligence to find the beats. I have to train these models. And so how can I train a model to identify beats on music? And then I developed another algorithm to identify beats to feed the machine learning model. And then I look at the algorithm and say, this algorithm is not perfect. What if I don't use machine learning to identify beats and use this algorithm instead? Well, the algorithm had one problem that I still haven't solved. It finds more beats than I need. It finds a lot of beats, more interesting informations, and sometimes beats that are not in the regular pattern of the music. But I watched at those beats, at those markers. If I put a cut on my edit, on this beat, that is not on the main train of the beat, well, the cut is okay. The cut is good because it evolves in sync with the music. And so I said to myself, let's change the point of view. Let's change radically how the things has been done. I want to do another version of this app. Not a version that finds the beats of the music, but a version that already edits clips. And so Bitmark Pro was born in a lot of time of work. And I kept on my store Bitmark 2 because it was simple, easy. You can use it and to find the beats on the music, and that's okay. But then I produced this Bitmark Pro. It is a new whole concept. So you take one music, you take 100 clips, and you say to Bitmark Pro, you edit this, I accept your choices. And and it works. And it's good, it's perfect, no, but it's the most appreciated app for wedding filmmakers. Very appreciated app for wedding filmmakers. Very, very, very. They love it because they can choose one song, they can change the duration of the song because the app can change the duration of the music, and I use most this app for this feature than for the automatic editing. And then you can produce an entire timeline with all the cuts, with all the clips in 5 minutes, of which 4 minutes are computer tasks. So it can save you a lot of time. And if you want to follow the order of the clips, you don't have to choose for random order, and then all the clips are edited all together in name or acquisition date order. It's perfect. It's good. But as of today, yet I sell more copies of Bitmark 2 than of Bitmark Pro, because I think that Bitmark Pro is too complex and the people fear the complexity of this app. We talked about complexity of the interface last week. I think that the problem with Bitmark Pro is that it's so full of features that the user can be frightened by them. And then I know that I need to produce a fourth iteration of Bitmark, even more powerful, but with a simpler interface, a simpler path. So if the user needs just to edit the audio and find the bits, drag the audio, click analyze, and then export, and everything is okay. But if you are producing a very complex show, you can have more audios, more sets of clips, and more of them. So you can use the app at different levels of complexity and power of interaction. This is just something that I'm thinking about because I need to finish this content AI and then try to implement 2 features in Transcriber. One is translation, it's almost ready, and one is one of the most powerful stuff that I can ever imagine. So you can have the automatic translation, transcription of the audio, and then you have the final script, the approved script, but not in SRT or a time-coded version. And then the app automatically applies the correct text to the transcribed text, so you can fix all the mistakes and typos and misinterpretation. But I think that today you, as a watcher of mine, should concentrate yourself on Bitmark Pro, because I think that Bitmark Pro is the most powerful app that I ever produced for people who want and need to edit stuff in sync with the music with a lot of clips, because this is the most powerful and at least I can say easy to use app. I produced tons of tutorials on how to use this app, and if you want to use it as a simpler, very, very simple version of this app without all the features, you can just follow the first tutorial that I produced. The link is somewhere here, up here, and then you can understand that it's very, very, very easy to use app. And you can try it for free. 7 days, full featured. After the 7 days, if you're convinced, then you can buy it. And if not, we're friends like before. The most interesting thing is that I sell a bundle, so you can purchase Bitmark Pro and Bitmark 2 all together for 35 euros. So you can save some money. Or you can purchase one of my bundles. There's a lot of bundles. You can click on this link to have a look at all the possibilities and all my offerings. Okay, that's all for today. I just wanted to produce this video so I can sell more bundles. Thanks for watching me. If you have something to say, please, 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 I beg you, say something in the comments below, because I need comments. So if there's more comments, this video raises up in the... that's just a lie. I know that my videos are not seen by anyone, but I do them because I like when I do this. Thanks for watching me. If you like this stuff, please like this video and blah 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 blah. Or maybe if you think this is something that is interesting for you or for your followers, share this video so I can be very powerful and earn a lot of money from you. Thank you very much. Bye. Ciao.